Bingo! What's that I spy in my local thrift store, Value Village? It's a Panasonic clock radio. This looks like definitely 80s. Not 70s, I don't think. Definitely 80s. I like that. I really like that. Now, just so you know, I'm looking for a flip clock. I would really love a flip clock, just like we had in our house when I was a kid. But this is going to be close. All the switches seem to work. Yeah, I really like this. There's no antenna on it. Must have a built-in antenna for FM. There's no chrome antenna sticking out the back, or a wire antenna. Anyway, let's plug it in and see if it works. Grease, anyone? I've really high hopes for this. Although, like you guys are probably learning by now, I don't have a lot of luck with radios. They're usually very deaded. Well, there you go. That's flashing nicely. Yeah, so I'm messing around with the buttons and switches and just seems to get the radio to work. Seems to pick something up. I can vaguely hear it. Anyway, it's looking good. It's flashing. What I should be doing now is adjusting the time, but I'm messing around with the radio. And like I said, there's no antenna for the FM. And here we go. It's supposed to set the time. So it sets the alarm. I can press the alarm button and it sets the alarm. But no time. So there's a switch on the bottom on these. This is the RC95. There's a switch on the bottom. You switch it to set time, and it's supposed to set the time, but it's not. I like it though, it's really nice. And for what, $8? That's Canadian, so that's it's probably $5 US. Would you pay $5 for this US if you can't set the time? What you could do is just plug it in at midnight and it'll be spot on. I don't think it's 10APC01962. It looks like it says a 1962, but I don't think it is. I think that's just a code and a coincidence. I think these are early 80s. Not 70s, not 90s. Most likely early 80s. And there's that little... Yeah, so I went off to check the YouTube. And yeah, they said you're supposed to click that on. Let's try the radio. You're supposed to click that on, and when it flashes, if you press the hour and the minute button, it's supposed to just automatically set the hour and minutes just by pressing the button, but this one doesn't. But it had me thinking, if it sets the alarm, then
service line to St. George to Broadview stations, bit of a late
yeah,
start,
getting a
11
little bit of
a.m.
radio
will be start
static.
time.
If it sets the
That's
alarm,
some planned track work.
then it's not the buttons on the top, is it? But it's set the clock. I can move the alarm, but I can't move the digits for time. So I'm thinking the switch is damaged underneath at the bottom. Maybe it needs a switch. Anyway, let's cash out. Let's get it and hope it's going to be a quick fix. So as you can see, I bought it, and yeah, it's a nice looking thing. I like it. I think it's, yeah, definitely 80s retro, what I'm looking for. But what it isn't is a flip clock, and that's what I have been looking for. I've been looking for a flip clock. But this doesn't, it won't set the time. As you can see on what I've just showed you in the store, I put it on to set clock, and then I went to set the clock using the buttons, like it says it should do, and it's not working. But what I thought is that them buttons are working. Maybe it's the clock set button. So I'm thinking a little bit of this in the clock set button. Who knows? Could it be a $7 clock working? I'll put a little bit in there. Ooh, just feels really tight now. May have made it worse. Let's have a look. So what we'll do, just work that backwards and forwards. With the electrical cleaner, and we'll set it to on, and I'm going to plug it in now. I need to plug the plug in. Oh, it looks a different time already. Oh no, it's 12 o'clock. So let's see if it's... Yes! Fix something! What time is it? I don't know what time it is. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes. Well, there you go. It works. It'll set the time. I was right. Wow. I don't know how you set the AM to PM. Maybe you just have to turn the clock when it's on AM, when it's on PM. No, it just keeps flashing. 5, 4. I know it's 4 something at the moment. I do a... Okay, now it just flashes. I thought it was fixed. Oh, I think you press both buttons together. Look, it's now giving the wrong time. It's giving the time, may not necessarily be the right time. And it stayed on PM, so it was stuck on AM in the store. I think that's the fix. Just needs a clean up, and then I'll put it somewhere where I can see it. Well, it was a good guess.
Just really pleasant out there and right around where we should be for this time of year, down to an overnight low of 18 degrees.
Till next time. Cheers for watching.